Coach, obviously very exciting times here for Gamecock football. Talk a little bit about the reasons that this team had so much success last season.
Ray, I think it goes back to recruiting. We got a lot of the same coaches have been here the last 3 or 4 years. Of course, I've been here 6 years now, but we were able to sign Alshon Jeffrey, Stephon Gilmore, Marcus Lattimore, and some really, really top players that have been able to add to sort of the players we normally have had, and we're able to sort of get over the top a little bit by winning the Eastern Division. But we were not a great team last year. We finished 7th in offense and 7th in total defense, total offense. And special teams, we're near the bottom of the conference in everything. We weren't very good on special team. Had a pretty good kicker, punter, and Spencer Lanning, but coverages and run backs, we haven't run a kickback, punt, or kickoff since I've been here. So we're not a great team by any means, but we have hope that we can compete at a high level. Obviously, Tennessee, Georgia, and Florida were a little bit down last year, and they're not going to be down every year. So it's always a challenge for us here.
So it begs the question, do you allow yourself any time to sit back and enjoy after a season like that? Because you did win a championship. Do you allow yourself to enjoy that a little bit?
We sit back and say, hey, we did something never been done before, winning the Eastern Division. We beat Clemson back-to-back for the first time in 40 years. So that's something, it's something to hang your hat on, I guess. But we're looking forward to this year, seeing if we can play better.
Let's talk a little bit about this year. Going into spring football, give me your best case scenario coming out of spring football for the quarterback position.
Best case scenario, I don't know. Certainly, Stephen Garcia has been our starter the last couple of years, and he plays pretty well most of the time. Sometimes he has some errant plays. We keep hoping he can improve and really, get better and better as it goes. But sometimes seems like he reverts back, makes a lot of the same errors maybe he made 2 years ago. But anyway, Connor Shaw is a young man from up Flowery Branch, Georgia, that has been here going into his 2nd year, so he's going to get a lot of work during spring practice. Got some young guys. Dylan Thompson signed a kid, Tanner McAvoy, who was the Player of the Year up in New Jersey last year. So, but between Connor and Stephen Garcia, hopefully we should be okay there. Yeah, hopefully we can really get a quarterback that everybody can rally around, can be our leader and do things that leaders do. And Stephen sometimes struggles in that capacity.
I was going to ask you, in your eyes, do you honestly think he can be that guy eventually?
Well, he's got to change a lot of things he does in life, but maybe he's made a start. He cut his hair finally about 2 weeks ago. So his hair looks like a normal college kid now instead of that real long stuff he had. But he's got some other areas I wish he could do better. But he's trying, and we'll just have to wait and see how it plays out through the summer.
I've been thinking all day of a question to ask you about Marcus Lattimore that hasn't been asked yet, and I really don't think there's anything that you can say that you haven't already said about the amazing season he had last year.
Yeah, Marcus proved to be one of the best running backs in the nation, certainly last year, and we ran him a lot, and he's going to run a lot this year, barring injury, of course. We lost both games he got hurt in last year, so we need him to stay healthy. But I tell you what, Kenny Miles is a very good back, and Kenny always averages about 5 or more yards per carry. So he's ready to play. And another running back, Eric Baker, who'd been hurt 2 years ago, is back full go and has played very well this spring thus far.
And I know when you talk about Marcus and Alshon, obviously 2 premier players, not just in the SEC but in the country, but I know you talk a lot about their work ethic and their leadership as much as you do about their football skill.
Right, Ray. Obviously, your best players like Marcus Lattimore and Alshon Jeffrey and Stephon Gilmore, they need to be good team players, practice players, and they have the total respect of their teammates, all those guys. So that's something that's a must. So we're fortunate to have young men like that, and it rubs off on the rest of the team. And so we do have the best attitude maybe the last year or two around here, and I think it is because some of these top players have come in with a great attitude that spreads.
I understand Marcus has bulked up a little bit in the offseason.
I think he's gained about 10, 12 pounds from last year, up to about 225, solid 225. We won't hit him much this spring, but we'll let him scrimmage a little bit with the guys. But he'll be ready to go.